guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review and back with another of those fantastic Black Friday beers I got from Andy at the Royston. So thank you very, very much. This one is another one, the last in the Forest Road Brewing Co. SESH IPA, this one is called. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about these guys, to be perfectly honest. This is another one that's been marked up at £3, but I got a discount, so it was basically £2. It was 2.10, I think it was, or buy two get one free, whatever. It was some sort of crazy deal. And these guys are from SE14. Over in the southeast, mate. That's what the SE stands for. Yeah, over near what is it? It's near Deptford. I can't remember exactly what the place is called. It's basically Deptford, Greenwich, Southwark, around that area. Dude, it's the other one, isn't it? Yeah, I always get that kind of stuff wrong. This is the purple one, the purple-headed monster. It's even got some hippie kind of influence with the old camper on there, which is cool. It's a mix, a blend of American and New Zealand hops, which is kind of cool. As you all know, Session IPA, don't think that's a thing. It's a pale ale, especially at 4.3. What does it say on the can? There we go, 4.3. So you guys can see. The hops are Centennial, my favourite hop of all time. Talus, which is pretty cool, and Motueka, which is the New Zealand bad boy. So it's it's a pale ale. It's not a session IPA in my mind. Is not a thing. It does not exist. There are pale ales, and then there's IPAs. A session IPA is like a plastic glass, or a what should we say? An imperial mild. It's not a thing. It's a ridiculous thing to say. So you lose points for calling this session IPA nonsense. It's a pale ale. That is exactly what it is. Might be a hoppy pale ale, but it's still a pale ale. Right, let us get into this bad boy. Being from Kent, though, I've got a soft spot for Southeast. Southeast, mate, innit? The old Kent Road. I was travelling along there the other day. Cool. There we go. This glass needs to get a proper deep clean. Look at the bottom of that. It's all kind of murky and stuff. Need to shoot the housekeeper. Right, let us get this one into a glass. Is it Bermondsey? Is that the name? I think it is. Oh, and we dumped a bit of matter in there to make it a bit cloudier and hazier. Has to be hazy, doesn't it, to be one of these things? Finger's Head, which is kind of cool. Lovely, lovely, fluffy white head as well. Just going to have a wee look, because I definitely dumped some, I was going to say trub, but for those of you that brew, you know what I mean. But there was definitely some sediment in this can, which is not good, but never mind. There we go. Bring that back a bit. Bring it in a bit. And a cheeky smile for you guys. Oh, and of course, lovely, lovely tropical aromas. See if we get any information on there, if it will focus on there. Here is the ingredient list, very, very tiny. My camera is not refocusing. We've got some good light in here, so there we go. Water, barley, hops and yeast, doesn't say what it is, allergens, etc, etc. Don't know. Right, how are we doing for... Ooh, okay. Oh no, that's not too bad. August, that was supposed to be used by... these lighter style beers, they do tend to suffer a little bit. This is where having an IPA, proper IPA, actually works, because it stores longer, because it had to originally go across the sea for many, many months. Having a very light beer, a session beer in inverted commas, does not stand up to aging, unfortunately. But I'm not too worried. We have improved our standards, or sometimes we have, since then. And the other thing that I don't like is Forest Road make a massive deal on all of their propaganda and all of their kind of Facebook and their socials, in it, their socials, that they bought Russian River's old brewing kit. So why the fuck are you brewing session IPAs? That is ridiculous. That brewing kit has made Pliny. It's made one of the best IPAs ever. And that's yeah, 7-8%, something like that, off the top of my head. I can't remember exactly. And then there you go, make a session IPA on it. That is disgraceful, in my opinion. So when you're thinking about making money to try and pay for shipping Russian River equipment across the whole world, at least halfway across the world, dudes, why would you brew session IPA? Wrongness in that brew kit. It is sacrilege. Anyway, let's see if the beer's any good. It does smell very nice, I have to say. Very much new school. Russian River is old school, but you know. I'm really wondering if it's my nose, but I'm getting that dishwater kind of soapiness again. And I wash my beer glasses myself, and I know there is no residue because I don't. That's why the glass is dirty. I do not put dish soap near my glass. I use a lot of water and I wash it out properly. So it is coming from the beers. And in fact, one of the beers I tried earlier on today, which was part of the advent calendar, that wasn't even in this glass. Maybe I've got dishwater soap up my nose. I should stop sniffing fairies. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, cheers and beers, guys. Hey, if you like sniffing fairies, that's got to be worth a thumbs up on this video. Why don't you do that now while I'm drinking this beer? Cheers. Okay, so first thing is, there's a lot of carbonation, a lot of carbonic acid that's been reabsorbed into this beer. It could be that it's been stored a little bit too long. It's been in the fridge, deliberately so, because I don't like the gushers, especially when it comes to my beer. But yeah, that yeah, slightly acidic kind of taste is coming directly from yeah, coming from the carbon dioxide reabsorbed into the liquid. Possibly it could be a little bit of grapefruit taste, but no, I'm going to say that that's from the carbon dioxide. Then it goes into quite a nice kind of tropical stroke. Yeah, like what's that, sort of a melon type thing, which I think is coming from the talus, maybe from the motueka as well. Really nice. What I'm not really getting is that much Centennial, which is crazy. Centennial Super Cascade, as they used to call it, I know very well. And me and my best buddy, Jim Durham, who died a couple of years ago, unfortunately, my best friend, we used to have discussions as to what was better, Cascade or Centennial. I like Centennial. I very much suspect, and if my memory serves, he liked Cascade more than Centennial. But I put the edge on Centennial hops. And this was years ago. This was like 10, 15 years ago. And he got into homebrewing in, yeah, a few years before he died. And that was fantastic because he really got the bug and he really liked hops and that kind of stuff. After drinking cider for basically 20 years before that, he used to drink cider the whole way through. We had Guinness together sometimes, but yeah, he was a cider guy, and I kept chipping away at him, chipping away at him, chipping away at him. And then he all of a sudden got into craft beer just before he died and started to do some home brewing. So cheers, big man. I'm going to do a special video on him on the 23rd because that's the date he died. Yeah, 2 years ago. Really sad. Anyway, I don't want to get into a too big a sad thing. The older you get, and I'm not superbly old, I'm coming up to 50, but the older you get, the more people die. It's this crazy kind of inverted thing. Yeah, crazy. I prefer not to spend my time in churches at funerals. Spending time in churches doing other things, then fair dues. But yeah, cheers, big man. Let's go. Oh, actually, I'm kind of tasting it in the background. It's weird because I'm so used to having Cascade, or in this case Centennial, as one of the driving hops. But I think what they've done is they've made Motueka the driving hop, Talus second, because that melon type thing that I think is coming from Talus. It's definitely high notes. It's definitely there. And then the Centennial, I really think they might have used that for the bittering hop, which is crazy. But back in the day, they used to have single hop Cascade and single hop Centennial beers, and they were amazing beers. People don't seem to do that so much now. It's very clean as well. The finish is quite clean. It's not superbly crisp. There's a little bit of rounded edges there, which is quite nice. Nothing on the can has suggested that they've got any wheat or any oats in here. But like another beer I've drunk today, they mention nothing on the can at all. But on Untapped, oh, there's a shed load of oats in there. We haven't put it on the ingredients on the damn can. That's like really weird. I don't know why you would do that. What else can we say? Look at that lacing. Fantastic. Looking like some weird, sort of odd-shaped looking creature. Nessie, shall we call it? Looking to dive back into the there we go, into the brew. And round the other side, we will wrap right round. Look, the tail is sticking up in the air. Crazy stuff. Oh, lovely and smooth. I think this one, I'm going to say, not bad. I'm going to take points off because it uses the Session IPA moniker, which I despise. Tiny bit too long in the can. But otherwise, not a bad pale ale. Is it worth £3 in this mincy little can with a black top? Oh, but a silver bottom. It's all up to you, dear viewer. It is one of those introspective things. I was happy drinking this as part of a deal. Would I drink that particular beer again? Not from the can. If I saw it on draft, or even if I saw it on cask, I might try it. But yeah, definitely not one that I would recommend, to be perfectly honest. But I'm glad I tried it. And thank you once again, Andy from the Royston, for giving me a deal, which meant I could try the trifecta, the 3 beers from Forest Road. Oh, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will return with another beer review. And that's coming up real soon.